We finally got the finalissimo we were promised, a World Cup final made in La Masia, the GOAT versus the future of the sport. The real winners are Adidas and Barca. Both have their stars on the biggest stage. Barca's greatest ever player versus their new number 10. It's like Tai Lung coming back to fight Master Shifu in Kung Fu Panda. This is Yamal.
Kept his composure, kept the ball, now he sets up and skips away from Mkhitaryan. Oh, that's brilliant! That is brilliant!
This is Messi.
Here's Messi, away from 2, 3, 4, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How good is he?
This is Yamal again.
Lamine Yamal. He's ball towards the far stick, he's in! Oh, it's beautiful!
And this is Messi again.
Messi, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Just when you think he's done everything, he comes up with something even more special.
Just watch the way he plays, the way he glides past defenders, the way he cuts in on that left foot, the way he creates magic from nothing. It all feels familiar.
Performance that was Messi-esque. That was like watching Messi in his heyday.
Messi wasn't doing what this kid's been doing at 17 and 16 years old.
We talk about records all the time with Ronaldo and Messi. He probably wants to set records himself.
Yamal is a Ballon d'Or winner in the making, but to win that prestigious award, you need to be a good boy.
Lionel Messi is a good boy. Every father, every mother would like to have it.
For all the similarities you see with Messi, Yamal's personality is drastically different. Messi was quiet, humble. He let his football do the talking. Yamal, he's more outspoken. Some people call him cocky, but in reality, he's just confident. His quotes get taken out of context, which make him sound arrogant. But when you listen to him actually speak, he's very level-headed. Like when people tried to make it out like he said the Ballon d'Or should be decided in the Nations League match versus France. What he actually said is that if people want to decide it over one match, let them.
Que, no sé, yo soy de los que vota el mejor jugador del año, pero si la gente quiere jugarse a la jueves, jugamos a jueves.
And then he proceeded to dunk on Ousmane Dembélé.
Here he comes, the teenager. That was never in doubt. After Pedro Porro, and down for Lamine Yamal! The sort of goal that has Ballon d'Or written all over it.
He is just a kid with absolute belief in himself. And why wouldn't he? At 16, he was already sending Spain to a Euro final. At 17, he helped them win it.
It's crazy to think that a guy is 17 years old.
As a teenager, he's one of the most recognizable footballers in the world. Messi was shy, quiet, and cautious when he came through. His teammates at La Masia even thought he was mute because he barely spoke.
And when he arrived, he was like very small, very thin, like crazy small. And when we saw him first, we said, well, this guy, I mean, if we touch him, we will destroy him. So be careful.
Over time, Messi became a leader by example. He'd protect the younger players and made sure they knew what it meant to play for Barcelona. Yamal is the opposite. He's confident, expressive, and not afraid to speak his mind. His celebration, the 3 or 4 with his fingers, represents his neighborhood postcode. He once told reporters that he left all his fears in the parks of his neighborhood.
Miedo lo dejé en el parque en Mataró hace tiempo.
When people criticize him for celebrating too much after a Copa del Rey win over Real Madrid, his response was simple: while I keep winning, they can't say much.
Qué bueno. Mientras gane, no me pueden decir nada. Cuando me ganen, sí.
And of course, how can we forget what he did to Rabiot at the Euros?
Mais je pense que ce sera à nous de lui mettre la pression surtout, de ne pas le laisser dans le confort, que pour pouvoir jouer une finale d'Euro, il faudra en faire bien plus que ce qu'il a fait jusqu'à présent.
Yamal, lovely little check and looking for the top corner! Lamine Yamal has lit up these European Championships!
After the match, you looked into the TV cameras and you said, speak now, speak now. What was the meaning behind that?
Nada, era para la persona que era, ya sabrá que es para él y nada, muy contento por la victoria y sobre todo la importancia al equipo que ha pasado a la final y nada, muy contentos.
The attitude is very Cristiano Ronaldo-like, fearless, self-assured, and completely unbothered by criticism. Now don't get it twisted, Messi had that fire in him too. He wasn't always the shy kid from Rosario. Over time he became ruthless. Remember when he kicked the ball into the Madrid crowd? When he held up his shirt at the Bernabeu? And then with Argentina in the final years, he didn't care about anything. He became a savage.
Un poco caliente por el final.
¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo.
But the difference is that Yamal doesn't need to wait until his 30s. He's already showing his personality now. He calmed the Bernabeu at 17. Then he did it again at home. His new celebration? Crowning himself like LeBron James. He's in ads, commercials, and every post about him, whether it's positive or negative, racks up millions of clicks. Messi had to wait until he was 21 to become the face of the sport. But Yamal, he's already there. And it's not just hype either. He has been delivering. He has 3 La Liga titles, a Copa del Rey, a Spanish Super Cup, and of course even a European Championship with Spain. The stats are wild. Yamal has already played over 100 games and scored goal after goal at the senior level.
We talked about the 100 games that he already has at that age. It's just stupid, really. Like I don't even know what I'm watching, what I'm witnessing.
For comparison, at his age, Messi had 1 goal in 9 games, and Ronaldo only had 5 in 19. On the international stage, Messi and Ronaldo hadn't even debuted yet. But of course, the similarities with Messi are difficult to ignore. Both love that signature cut inside onto their magical left foot. Both have carried Barcelona on their shoulders, creating magic in games where nothing seemed possible. Of course, how can we forget the fact that Messi was literally bathing Yamal when he was a baby? Now the baby is walking the same path as the dude who bathed him. I never thought I would say that sentence on YouTube. You couldn't script this. If you saw it in a movie on Netflix, you would think it's cliche. But everyone knows the clock is ticking. He even said himself, these are the last battles.
Disfrutándolo muchísimo y siendo consciente como le pasa a Fia, Ota,
Messi is pushing 40 now, still showing flashes of greatness.
Y bueno, disfrutándolo al máximo.
But while Messi's story is reaching its final chapter, Yamal's journey has only just begun. On the same weekend that Messi was preparing for his 5th Copa America final, Yamal was turning 17 and getting ready for the Euro final with Spain. When Messi was playing his last game for the national team on home soil, Yamal was dancing past teams in World Cup qualifiers. That's the contrast. One legend on his way out, another player just starting his journey. As I showed you guys earlier, this is not some sort of symbolic passing of the torch. There's literally a photo of these two together, multiple actually. Now Yamal is carrying Barcelona in the same way Messi once did. What's crazier is that Yamal can be seen again in a different picture when he was older, holding the hand of Sergio Ramos as Barcelona prepared to take on Real Madrid. There is YouTube footage of a 13-year-old Yamal showing his skills before he became a household name. Then you see Rodri holding Yamal's face as he tells him, keep working brother, keep working, because you can get whatever you want. If there was ever someone that was destined to be great, it would be Lamine Yamal. Messi didn't properly break into Barcelona's first team until he was 17, 18 years old. Yamal already passed 50 senior appearances at 16. He's the youngest starter in a Champions League knockout game, the youngest to start an El Clasico, the youngest scorer for Spain at a major tournament. Messi had to wait for those moments. Yamal is smashing through records before even finishing high school. You often remember those moments in football when a generational talent comes in and introduces himself to the world. Like when Messi received the ball from Ronaldinho to score his first ever goal. That chip was a passing of the torch for Barca. For many, this might have already happened when Yamal scored his first Barcelona goal, or when he made his first appearance. But I think that moment was his goal against France. You see, Barcelona talents have come and gone, each one having a fleeting moment of relevancy. Whether it be injury or overhyped, not all Barcelona stars who had a good debut become great. But when you lead your country to a European championship, as a teenager, as the young player of the tournament, as someone who could have easily been the player of the tournament, that is no accident. 1 goal, 4 assists, most big chances created, most chances created. These would be incredible stats for any player. It would be a superstar level tournament performance. Then you realize that Yamal was 16 years old for the majority of the games. Big names like Kevin De Bruyne, Mbappe, Harry Kane, Cristiano Ronaldo have never had a Euros campaign as good as the one that Yamal had. Even the King of Spain was shocked by Yamal's age when he went to congratulate the team on their win. Like, think about it, Yamal got more assists in his first ever Euros than Ronaldo did across 6 Euros combined. The last time a teenager had this sort of impact on a national team was Pele. That's how special Yamal's Euro was, that we must compare him to a player who in many people's eyes is the greatest of all time. It's actually quite fitting that Pele's team shared a photo supporting Yamal's journey, and another example that this kid is destined for greatness. Of course, the hype is dangerous. For every Messi, there are dozens of next big things that burnt out. Fati was destined for greatness until his left knee gave out. Though I will remind people, Yamal can stop playing football tomorrow and he would have already surpassed Fati's legacy. It's just a cautionary tale that careers can go sideways. Right now, Yamal looks different. He looks inevitable. But then again, so did Neymar. By most standards, Neymar's career had been amazing. He's Brazil's all-time top scorer, he's won the Champions League, and he's even lifted the Copa Libertadores. But compared to Messi and Ronaldo, those achievements feel small. Now he's playing in Brazil, his knees wrapped up like a condom. Many people feel like he never reached his full potential, the prince that never became king. Can the same thing happen to Yamal? We'll have to wait and see which path he takes. The talent is so clearly visible on the pitch, but longevity isn't just about your footballing skills. It's also about what you do off the pitch. Are you taking care of your body? Are you staying out of trouble? How's your mentality? Messi married his childhood sweetheart and kept his personal life clean. I mean, the guy is so shy and soft-spoken that they made autistic comps about him.
Leo, primer premio del 2010. Muchas felicidades. Bad boys.
Yamal's story is closer to Neymar's. The parties, the headlines, dating famous singers, the dwarves. Now he can live however he wants. I'm just saying it's the polar opposite of Messi's path. The question is, will he follow the steps of the GOAT or end up like Neymar, a player who is remembered for as much off the pitch as on it? Then there's the danger of overuse. Yamal has played more games than any other teenager we've ever seen.
2 weeks ago, at 17 years and 7 months old, he became the youngest player to make 100 appearances in all competitions for club and for country.
Barca rely on him every week. He's pretty much the only player that can create. Every defender in La Liga is desperate to bring him down. Messi survived those kicks for 15 years while scoring 50 plus goals a season. Can Yamal do the same? That's the challenge. The other thing is that Messi wasn't just great, he was incredible for 2 decades. He influenced every final he played in, won everything there was to win, and he kept his level unbelievably high. For Yamal to truly rival him, he'll need to stay at the top for 15 years or more. That takes not just skill, but also luck, consistency, hard work, and the right mentality. Right now, Yamal is ahead of Messi when Messi was at that age, but his journey is only just beginning. What makes people excited is how he lifts fans out of their seats, makes them yell at the TV, makes them scream, pause, and reminds them why they love football. In a footballing world that has become so robotic, Yamal is one of the few magicians. In fact, if you are a Real Madrid fan, you're probably sick at the sight of him. After years of being tormented by La Pulga, Real Madrid fans now have to endure the wrath of Lamine Yamal. It's always funny to me when Real Madrid fans say they hate Yamal because he's cocky. Messi didn't say a word, and they used to hate him too. They just hate greatness. Imagine a kid dunking on you in your own stadium and then telling you to calm down and showing you his braces. Then that same kid dunks on you again in a cup final, then scores on you again and again while simultaneously telling you to calm down. When Messi dunked on Madrid, he would point to the sky, thanking his grandmother, and Madrid fans still disliked him. Now imagine how they feel when some skinny blonde kid dances past their whole team. Yamal has shown time and time again that age and experience mean nothing when you have the talent and composure to destroy the best teams in the world. Like, he isn't a rising star anymore. People gotta stop trying to compare him with the likes of Güler and Doué. Arda Güler is a fantastic player, but he's battling just to be on the pitch. Don't compare a bench Dior contender with someone who is a Ballon d'Or contender. Those guys are competing for the best youngsters. Yamal is competing for the best player. There's a massive difference. Doué can drop a disaster class. Desiree Doué nothing, and nobody cares. Yamal, on the other hand, everyone is itching to see him fail, to make the smallest mistake. Why? Because everybody knows he's already world class, and they're holding him to that standard.
This is how it's going to be for the next 15 years. Whatever you do, whenever you go out, you go to a restaurant, somebody's gonna take a picture. You go to a club, somebody's gonna take a picture. You go over here, somebody's gonna take a video. Sadly, that is just the price to pay for being a boy wonder, as he is.
He's already a nightmare for the biggest teams and players in world football. Whether it's humbling the Galacticos, breaking Messi's dribbling record, or humbling someone who has yapped about him, this kid is the real deal. When Messi broke through, he was part of a golden generation. Xavi, Iniesta, Piqué. Together, they built a dynasty that dominated world football. Now, with Yamal, Pedri, Gavi, Balde, and Cubarsí, Barca believe that they might be witnessing the start of another era. And who can blame them? At such a young age, Yamal already feels like a world beater. If he stays healthy and focused, Barcelona hope that when his career at the Camp Nou eventually ends, his legacy will stand next to Messi. Because again, Yamal isn't just a wonder kid anymore. He's already delivered for club and country, and he's done it with style and confidence. Now Messi will always be Messi, and Yamal will be Yamal. He's carving his own path, and it feels like we're only at the very beginning of something very special. To see how many teams and defenders he has already embarrassed, you have to check out this video right here.